Hello, good evening. So welcome back to this YouTube channel. So in this YouTube channel we are going to see how can you be able to securely connect your Git and interconnect it with your GitHub. So you'll be using your terminal to send your code to Git. So we want to see a way that you can be able to use your terminal and make it secure. So to do that, we need to follow some few instructions on how to do it. So let me open my GitHub. So this is my GitHub. So the prerequisite that we need before we do this, we need to have GitHub, then we need to have Git installed into our machine. I already have done that. I don't know if I created a video on to do how to install Git. So you can see I have Git installed, but it's very easy. You just come to your browser and type git install. GitHub their website. This is where you will come and download for your specific operating system. But for GitHub you will just create what do we call it, an account. So let's get started. Also, I have some few instructions that I'm following. I have already written them here in order for us to go faster. So the first thing we need is these instructions. So but before we do this instruction, let me show you something on the terminal. So on the terminal we have the secure shell. So if we list everything into our main home directory, we can see SSH. So let us see it. Yeah, this is the SSH, the secure shell thingy. So let's cd into it to see what we have. It's a directory, but it's hidden from us. If I ELS, you can see we don't have any public key. So the public key, the way I can explain it is what in GitHub you log in with using your password and email. So in order to log in on GitHub using the SSH, we need also like a sort of a password and email. But the way we use it, we use a special thing. We store the password here on the machine, and then we log in. We also store another password in GitHub. I'll show you how we store it. And when we do that, our machine will be added here on GitHub. So whenever we try to log in, we securely connect to our GitHub very fast. So first, let's go to our notes and start the first thing. So the first instruction is here. We copy it. I'll share the notes on the description. We go to our terminal and we go to the home directory, cd. So it's the first command is saying we generate a key, and we generate a key of type this -t of it stand for which type. So T stand for type, and the type of key we want is RSA. So maybe RSA is somebody's name. Let me show you what does it stand for in full. It's somebody's name, I think an Indian yeah, it's an Indian name. So we do an LSM is a encryption type. Then we do the bit size. We want this bit size, and this here stand for the comment. Then we add our email. So let's press enter, and we are told enter file in which to save. So I want it near the file directory, so I'll just press enter. Enter paraphrase. I think I just enter this. I think is a password to secure it. And now we have generated the what do we call it? We have generated this this password. So if we go to the menu I showed you earlier, the directory for SSH, we should see something, and now we can see the public key and the private key. And let's go to a note to know which one are we interested in. So we are interested in we're interested in the public key, but first we need to store the private one into a directory, and to store it we need to use this command. So let's paste it into our terminal. We go to the home directory, we paste the command, and then we paste this is where we will store, we want to store our command. So this is for storing, it's like a vault, to a password manager of sort, but in Linux system or something like that. So we paste it here. The next command for adding our key into SSH. So we have stored our private key there. Okay, I don't know if Musini, don't steal my identity. I'll cover this later. So whatever is let me copy. Let me copy my key, my public key, and explain. So what this step is doing is opening the whatever we stored here. We are opening it, then we are going to use GitHub and adding whatever we have copied into GitHub. So let us go to GitHub, to my GitHub page. This is my GitHub. You press under your profile avatar, then you press on settings. After settings, we want to add on SSH and GPG key. So I had already added this for my previous laptop. I don't use it now, but let it stay there. So I add a new key. You can give any name you want, then you press command, then you add. Don't steal my key. So let me, it wants to confirm my identity. Let me get my phone and use the authenticate. Let me use the password. My keys now are safely stored into GitHub. So now we want to test whether that has worked, and to know if that has worked, we copy this command and paste it into our terminal. And we should see something good. Yeah, we have if you see this message, now you can access GitHub on SSH. So that is the first step. So I have a repository which I wish to push to GitHub. So let us do that using the terminal. Let me go to my terminal, my repositories, and we see how that is done. So it's a quiz app. So let me open it on VS Code. File. I open the recent one. It's a flat app for doing exams or for like revising. So if you can see here, let me commit this whatever I was doing earlier. So yeah, into this command we say git add all what was the command again? Git add capital, I guess. I can't remember. I'm working under pressure, so let's use this one, the extension thing. You can also use GitHub by signing in here on VS Code, but I wanted to use the terminal. So to use terminal, is a bit harder, because if you're using VS Code goes to your GitHub and create a repository, but using terminal you must create manually, then add. So let us do that. We create a new repository, we call it name as quiz app. It's already exists. We create a new repository. It's a public one, you can view. So the GitHub also gives you a way. We give you like the command to follow already. So I had already committed. I just want to do the because this one will give me an error. So let me explain. In Git we use master. Okay, they changed. We are using main. Okay, that's a good one. Earlier they were using master at the main branch, and it used to give an error. So with this one. We see how many branches do we have. Okay, then after adding a branch, we add what do we call, we add the remote, we add the remote carding. We interconnect GitHub and Git. That is what I'm trying to say. After interconnecting, then we need to push the codes to GitHub. So to push, we use this git push u origin. Then we see the magic of internet, and we are pushing. So it will ask me for my password. Remember the one I add. I think it's good to make it secure, but you can leave it empty. So now we are pushing our code using the secure shell, and when it finish, we come and we refresh here. We shall see our files. All these files, we will see them online. So let's wait and see. Yes, everything is okay now. We go and refresh, and voila. That is how I love technology. Like, you are pushing something, you don't understand how it works deeply, but when it works, you are marveled by the result. So this is how we do it. Also, it has my API keys. So that is how we SSH using the tool like Git and GitHub. Like, simply, that is how to interconnect Git and GitHub in a very secure way. Also, I feel it's a good way. It is recommended to add a password. So when you are pushing it, ask you a password if you are sharing your computer with other people. So till next time, bye bye.